90-Day Fiancé. Living in America. Michael's cat and mouse game with Angela Deem explained. Is there a happy ever after for Michael Ilesanmi and Angela Deem from 90-Day Fiancé? We're engaged in a vicious circle of psychologically harming one another after their split. Almost 7 years have passed since the Nigerian man and Angela first connected on Facebook. Their close friendship eventually blossomed into a loving partnership in 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 2, Michael and Angela's relationship was highlighted. Despite their considerable age difference and cultural differences, they endured difficulties. Michael and Angela continued their relationship in spite of these challenges. They eventually got married in 2020. Unfortunately, because of their problems, Michael and Angela's marriage declined. Michael felt humiliated and emasculated by Angela's rage. Meanwhile, Angela's sense of insecurity grew as a result of Michael's dubious actions and prior cheating scandals. The couple's final reconciliation occurred in 2023 when they went to therapy on 90 Day, the last resort. But their joyous times were fleeting. With Angela's assistance, Michael reached the U.S. in late 2023. He lived with her for 3 months before fleeing her house, citing his wife's violent actions as the cause of his departure. Michael's American dream taunts Angela. Way of life. The relationship between Michael and Angela has devolved into a game of cat and mouse. In an attempt to increase views, Michael has been sharing videos of himself on social media. He enjoys being in the spotlight and hopes to become an influencer on social media. Sadly, it appears from Michael's too positive content that he is making fun of Angela for his newfound independence. It appears that he uses his updated fashion sense, dating rumors, and intimate images with female followers as a means of flaunting his pleasure in front of his divorced wife. Michael seems to be adding salt to Angela's wounds. Michael fears Angela's wrath, even though he likes to make her envious. Beneath all the positive posts, he probably fears that his estranged wife will discover him and ruin his life once more. Michael has deliberately kept his true location a secret from supporters over the past few months. He has never talked more about his new family or where he has stayed. In order to prevent Angela from finding him, the 90-Day Fiancé series actor did his best not to give away his whereabouts on social media. Michael most likely always intended to leave Angela once he got to the United States. For years, Michael had forced Angela to pursue him. He once deliberately left his home when she caught him off guard in Nigeria. He gave the impression that she was unreasonable for becoming angry. It appeared like the 90-Day Fiancé franchise alum had come to the U.S. with the goal of moving out of Angela's house after a few months. He had concealed from her many facets of his life in Nigeria, including his dubious WhatsApp group, so it must not have been hard for him to keep his estranged wife in the dark about his ambitions in America. Michael did not respectfully break up with Angela. Rather, a filing for divorce, he fled her home after waiting until she was at her weakest. When Michael abandoned his wife, he set off a game of hide and seek that sent her into a frenzy and led the police to look for him. When he eventually made a comeback, he blamed Angela and denied his dishonest actions and poor communication. Because of the way Michael ended their relationship, Angela will never forgive him. She believes that until he is returned to Nigeria, she would not be able to move on. Michael should be deported, says Angela. Michael was adamant about establishing a secure future with Angela in the U.S. by the end of 2023. He appeared to have changed significantly in 90 Day, the last resort Season 1, which is why Angela tore up the divorce papers and made amends with him. It now seems, though, that Michael might have merely feigned being a nice partner in order to keep his marriage going and obtain his spousal visa. Angela was hurt and wanted retribution after Michael abruptly departed her house within 3 months of her arrival in the United States. On Season 8 of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Angela publicly cautioned Michael. She made it clear that she wouldn't let him defraud her and have a happy life, and she threatened to take him to court. Angela is now committed to holding Michael accountable. Michael's visa will be revoked since she wishes to dissolve their marriage. In the hopes that her husband will run into legal troubles and eventually be compelled to return to his birthplace, Angela is tenaciously attempting to have him deported. In order to ruin Michael's American dream, she is pursuing him. Will Michael tell where he really is? Eventually, Michael will post his actual location on social media. He will probably hold off, though, until he has prevailed in the case against Angela and is no longer subject to the fear of deportation. The 90-Day Fiancé. A happy ending. The Alep knows his estranged wife is resentful and angry, and he thinks she will keep pursuing him until he wins the case and gets his proper place in the U.S. Given Angela's adherence to American law, he will most likely wait to reveal his true whereabouts until she is required by law to leave him alone. Many of his co-stars, including co-Blaze, Emily Bieberly, and Jasmine Pineda, are aware of Michael's residence in the United States, despite the fact that he has disclosed his whereabouts. For this reason, Angela finds it easy to locate Michael and confront him. It appears like Angela is more concerned with winning her case in court than she is with actually finding Michael. She is committed to demonstrating that her husband defrauded her. Lauren Bravarnik, Jovi Dufresne, and Yara Zaya are among the co-stars of 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After, who support Angela.